Hey everybody, thank you again for joining us on this lovely September Thursday. Feels more like October Thursday, but yeah, it's still my defiance of not wanting to get rid of summer. So Southern California guy, so sue me. If you like seasons, I'm used to one season, nice and nicer. There it is. So as we look at this, today we're really excited, you guys. We're here with the EnerBank USA team. We've got Jeff Morton on the line. Jeff, feel free to say hi to everybody real quick.
Yep, good afternoon, everybody.
So awesome. Jeff's a fantastic guy. We've been working with this team pretty extensively for the last couple months to get this thing solidified. So really excited. We've got a really polished, really intuitive app integration, and honestly, for all of those who are using EnerBank, this is just going to make your life that much easier. For those of you who aren't using EnerBank, it's probably going to make you want to use them. So really excited to have these guys on with us today. We're going to be showing you a little bit about their organization, a little bit about how Leap integrates with them, and then any questions that you guys have throughout. We really want to get you engaged. Ask away. This is the forum to do that. You guys took time out of your day. We want to make sure that you get the answers to the questions that you have. So first thing first, a little bit of housekeeping. If you all look in your control panel for GoToWebinar, there's a section there for questions. All right, this is the area that we're all going to be looking for any of the questions that you have throughout this presentation. All right, again, can't stress it enough. You took time out of your day, you're here. Ask away, don't be quiet. If you're quiet, ask your questions, don't get answered. Can't win unless you answer. So feel free just to get used to it. Tell us where you're joining from today. Just drop that in the question section so I know that you guys functionally know how to use this. That way we're not missing anything on our end. And then, yeah, Cincinnati. It's always fun. Jessica, you're the first of the field. I love it. Great. So got some people chiming in. Cincinnati, Pennsylvania, Stanford, love it. Awesome. So without further ado, Michelle, our marketing manager, is also on the call. She's going to drop in a quick poll. We always love to get an understanding of who's using what. So feel free, chime in, just answer that quick question. It's as simple as I'm either using EnerBank, I'm using Leap, I'm using both, or that whole none. You may have randomly stumbled upon this, but we're excited to have you here nonetheless. So feel free, answer that, and we'll get this thing rocking. Cool. So 94%. You guys are overachievers, and I love it. That one person who didn't do it, though. Come on. All right. So we'll give it another like 5 seconds, and then we'll move on. Cool. All right. We'll close it out now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Michelle. Jeff, let's do this. So as we go through, you guys, thing we were really excited about is, first and foremost, you know, these things, we've done a couple of them in the last little bit, but this is one that we've been really excited for a very long time. You know, Jeff and his team, and then the Leap executive staff, like, again, we've been going back and forth for a number of months now, and we're finally in a place where everything's agreed upon. We've got the integration built out, and this is going to be a really cool gig for us. So we're going to cover today a little bit about the integration itself, more importantly, how we choose our strategic partners. And then from there, Jeff's going to dive in and give you a lot more details about EnerBank as an organization, give you a lot more insight into the types of products that they offer for their customers. Well, then thirdly, we're going to take a look at the integration as it exists within Leap and how it functions, all that other good stuff. Lastly, we're going to open this up to Q&A, but like I said at the beginning, drop your questions in throughout. I'm going to be monitoring them, even though I'm going to be flapping my mouth the entire time. Cool? Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about our strategic partnership with EnerBank. So again, we say this every time we launch a partner, but I cannot stress it enough. There's a lot of people who ask if they can integrate with us, and the answer is no. The reason we said yes to these guys is just, and I'll go into that in just a little bit, but we want to make sure that anything that we bring into the Leap atmosphere or the environment is going to benefit our customers first and foremost more than anything. If it makes your life easier, and there were a lot of people on that poll that answered, I use both. All right, we want to make sure that we bring in the partners that are going to make your reps' lives easier and make it that much better to run your business. one of the things that we've seen just at a macro level is that when you offer financing in the home and you have that instant credit decision, good things happen. Average tickets go up, close rates go up, retention goes up. It's a beautiful thing. So again, EnerBank is one of those that we're really, really, really fired up about. So as we go through, why do we partner with a financing company? It's simple, all right? This is typically how every single company, whether it's an owner-operator or whether it's an industry titan, one of those places that has 90 different offices with 100, 200 plus sales reps in the field, all right? Those, 500 million plus businesses are structured the exact same way, all right? You've got your marketing, your call center to qualify the leads, gets pumped into your sales funnel. From there, once you sell the deal, goes into production, and then install the deal, get it back into marketing for upsells and rehash, all right? Financing is one of the most important pieces of this because it's arguably the most terrifying for the customer, all right? If you can maintain that momentum throughout the sales process, including getting an understanding of how you're going to pay for the job, it just lets your reps get that person that much more engaged and involved throughout. So why do we bring a financing partner on like an EnerBank? It's because that is arguably one of the most critical portions of the sale. So we also have to ask ourselves, okay, why EnerBank? All right. First and foremost, these guys are an industry staple. Right? There's a couple big names out there. They're absolutely one of them. All right. The other thing too, and I'm gonna harp on this actually several times throughout. The second bullet point here, where it says they're a member FDIC insured, like they are a bank. They're an entity. They're a standalone, issued a loan and serviced a loan in-house, unlike so many other lenders out there. All right, that is critical, especially when you ask yourselves, why should I choose a lender from my organization? Takes us to the other ones. It's they're positioned for growth and also just to be around. Like there's a lot of other places out there who really have nothing other than a good marketing and sales funnel. That's about it. So we're also very much aligned with a lot of our customers. These guys can get you really quick approvals in home. And Jeff, I forget what we actually went through an internal training the other day with the EnerBank staff, and I believe when your trainers were training our sales staff on this, I think one of the numbers that I saw thrown out there was you guys have roughly about an 80% approval rate. Is that right?
Yep, that the bank-wide average is about 80%, so very high approval rate.
That's huge. The last thing you want is when you go to get a credit decision in the home with a sales rep, for that person to get the no. That's the ultimate and basically worst gut punch that you can give a homeowner, and the thing that's going to deflate them faster than anything. That's usually a pretty swift exit out of the home and out of that engagement. So really excited to see that these guys have high approval rating. And then more important, they really try and get to know your business and have a lot of other really cool tools to add on to the actual process. It's not just, hey, we're a lender, here's your rates. There's a lot of other cool stuff that goes with it. Jeff will obviously allude to a lot more of that. So again, why we're excited about these, you can hear it in my voice. There's a lot of cool things they bring to the table. This is just 5 of them. So I'm going to pass it over to Jeff because he's honestly the superstar of this webinar today. Frankly, I'm just here to talk a lot, but he's going to give you a really cool understanding of what sets these guys apart and talk a little bit more about the products they're going to be able. So Jeff, feel free. I'm going to hand it over to you. Just let me know when you want to switch the slides and I'll get that going.
Okay, well, thank you so much, James, and we're very excited to be here today with the LEAP team. Like he said, this has been something we're trying to accomplish for quite some time now, and we're very happy that our integration has taken place, and we're ready to offer our payment options through the LEAP platform, which is really a win-win for everybody. So for those of you that aren't familiar with EnerBank, I just want to spend a little bit time talking about us, and so you can learn, where we sit in the industry. So we are a highly specialized home improvement lender. It is all we do. We only do home improvement lending, and that lends to us being very familiar with the industry. We understand the businesses, we understand the challenges, and we've really built our business around helping contractors grow their business. It's what we do. So not only do we provide payment options, but we provide other tools as well to help support the growth of your business. And there are several things you can take advantage of there. We've funded about $7 billion in loans since 2002. We continue to grow every single year, bring on new contractors and programs. And right now we're around 17,000 contractors within our network. So we have a lot of experience working with contractors and helping them achieve their goals and build their businesses. One thing that really sets us apart from a lot of lenders that we like to talk about is, we are member FDIC. So we are a bank, and we are, regulated as a bank. So there's safety there. There's the insurance through the FDIC. And one of the things that really stands out about us is all of the loans that we do are funded and serviced by us. So a lot of times when you do a lend or get a loan, and maybe several of you have experienced this with your mortgages or some other loan you've had, is that every 3 months you seem to get a new person that's servicing your loan because they're constantly selling their portfolios back and forth. And we do not do that. We hold our loans the whole time. We're a balance sheet lender, and we take pride in being so close to our customers and working with them from the minute you get your approval all the way till when your homeowner pays off that loan. And it actually helps with the customer service of the homeowners that you're working with. We're A+ BBB rated, Better Business Bureau rated, and we have a 4.6 star rating, customer service rating, so we're very proud about that. And it's really because of our focus on the consumer. So next slide, please.
Real quick to you guys, before we jump into that next one, there's two things I wanted to harp on in this section. When we talk about the impact of a strategic partnership and an integration like this, one of the things that made us so excited too is that 4.6% customer approval rating. When you look at this for other lenders, it sure as hell isn't 4.6. And when you look at it at the end of the day, how these guys service that homeowner's finances and their loan is going to directly correlate back to their impression of your interaction with the homeowner. So their service impacts your brand. And if they're doing a good job, what that equates to long term when you go to rehash these homeowners is it's going to trigger that, hey, I had a positive experience with them. It wasn't scary, and they're really taking care of me down the road. I don't have to fear this fly-by-night BS mentality of, hey, I got a loan, and a month later I got a letter in the mail saying your loan has been sold to a different lender or a different bank or whatever. So the neat thing about this is when you go back and you start doing your rehash and you start doing additional marketing and you start milking referrals, that rating directly correlates to the ability or the efficacy of those outbound efforts. So know that. And then the other thing is that FDIC insured thing. I cannot stress that enough. And that is honestly a selling point that can be used in the home. It's, hey, this is the type of lender we use. We don't use some BS fly-by-night company. We partner with someone who specializes in this to not only give you the best rates, but they also fully understand exactly what you're trying to do to make this project a reality. So everything is designed around that customer-minded mentality. It's really cool. So, sorry, backup dancer. I feel like Milli Vanilli over here.
No, thanks for that, James. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about, some of the things that you'll get beyond the ability to offer payment options to your customers. I did see from the poll several of you work with us already, so that's great to see. But for those that don't, our mission statement is all around growing contractors' businesses, and that doesn't always mean that we're just in it to offer payment options. We are constantly improving and adding new tools to our network or to our organization to help you grow your businesses. So one of the first things you get, and this is really important, you actually will get a dedicated relationship manager. So this is someone that is connected to your account that you can call on whenever you need help. So instead of calling into just our contractor support group, you'll have a dedicated person. So this person gets to know your business, helps understand what the challenges you're facing, and can help strategize with you and help you improve your sales process, or however you need them to help. But they are dedicated to your business. They know your business, and you're not going to get a different person every time you call. And we found that to be very helpful to our contractors that we work with. We also provide a portfolio of marketing tools that are available through your dedicated relationship managers. So one of the things we found, and I think many of you are doing financing or payment options today, is that when you advertise payment options, your leads go up because people are looking for payment options more and more often. So we provide marketing tools, we provide ads, we provide templates for you that you can use and really just place your logo on it. They're already put together. They comply with all the regulations. So we try to make it very, very easy for you to utilize the program and let your customers know that you provide financing. We alluded to this earlier, but we have very high approval rates. 4 out of 5 every customer is approved. And again, the benefit to that is you don't want to have all these customers applying for a loan and getting denied. While there will be some denials, most of your customers will be approved for one of our products that we offer. So another thing is we provide on-demand training. We also provide webinar training, so you can work with a live trainer. So if you bring on new sales staff or you just want to do a retraining, you can request the on-demand training through your relationship manager. They'll get you scheduled, and you can take it 24/7, 365 days a year. It's available to you. So you can plan around your schedule, make sure that your team is trained. And this training is role-specific. We have owner training, business owner training, we have sales rep training, we have administrator training. So we have different trainings for different roles inside your organization because we all know that they do different functions. We talked about this, but we do fund and service all of our loans, which goes along with us being a member FDIC. We have extremely fast payments. So once you've submitted the paperwork that the job is completed, we have fast payments. You should typically see money in your account within 24 hours. So quick turnaround. It's an ACH transfer, so really easy to do there. And the last piece is we provide an online reporting and tracking tool. So this is where you can go in, look at your sales reps history, what they're up to. You can look at your historical loan activity. You can track where each of your customers' loans are in the process, and this is through our partner portal system, which is a very robust tracking tool that you can use. So next slide, James. So I just wanted to go over some of our loan products. EnerBank has over 100 different loan products available. You're not going to want to offer all of those to your customers, but we know that each customer and each situation is different, and that's why we provide a wide portfolio of loan products. So I'll just go left to right here for everyone to see. So we offer zero interest loans with 1 to 7 year terms, and these are exactly what it sounds like. It's zero interest for that time period, and you can offer that to your customer. The second one we have are same as cash loans, and these are true same as cash loans. These are no payments and no interest when the loan is repaid within the same as cash period. So we offer 3 months up to 24 months, with our most popular loan being the 12-month same as cash. And a same as cash loan is really a bridge to future income, or it can be. So for instance, when you're in the home, maybe right now, trying to close a project, and a customer knows that they're going to be receiving a bonus or a tax return within the next, 6 months. This is a perfect product for them to do the project right now and not wait until they have the cash, because they can do the project and then when they get the cash 6 months, even 12 months from now, they can pay off the loan in full. And so they've got everything they wanted, and you closed the project right then, and they were able to take their money and pay off the loan, no interest, no payments, and everyone's really happy there. The next one is our reduced interest loan. So this is really a traditional loan that a lot of us see. You know, you've got 6.99% interest rate for 5 years. And these loans go from 1.99% all the way up to 9.9%. And you can go, 5 to 12 years depending on the project. So one of the things we recommend, and you would learn this in the sales process, is we recommend always combining a same as cash loan and a reduced interest loan to offer your customer, because we recommend never assuming what your customer needs. So if you offer these two types of loans, so a same as cash loan is really good for a cash paying customer or someone who may have the cash soon. A lot of our customers or your customers, if they have the cash, they'd probably much rather use someone else's money for 6 to 12 months, let their money sit in an interest-bearing account, and then pay it off at a later time. So reduced interest loans are for people who prefer a monthly payment, and we have a wide range of APRs or interest rates there and terms as well. We also offer a risk-based traditional installment loan. So this is for contractors or for homeowners who aren't quite sure what they want to do, and you can apply for this loan, and it will give them an interest rate between 8.99% to 14.99%. There's 4 ranges in between there. We do have an integrated second looks option. So what this is a subprime loan for people who may not qualify for other options through their FICO score, but we still offer this to them, and we buy down to a 560 FICO score there. So we can go quite low there for our interest rates. And for those that are eligible, we do have staged funding. You can receive, these are called our flex loans, and you can receive up to 50% of the funds up front before the job is completed, and then the remainder at the end of the project. Next slide, please. So, we're here because we're very excited to be working with Leap. They're a leading contracting tool. We've had a lot of people in our network asking when we were going to be integrated. So we're very happy to be here. We decided to work with Leap. And again, we get approached just like Leap with a lot of companies who would like to integrate with us. And so we're very careful in the partners that we choose. We want to make sure it's a robust tool that provide value to our contractors, and Leap fit that mold. And they're really aligned with our policy of exceptional customer service. We've seen it during the integration process. We've seen it when we've had questions, and we know that they're a great partner to work with, and we're really excited at that. And with everything that we do, if this will help our contractors grow, we're going to do it. And we believe Leap it fits that mold, and we're very excited to be part of it. And we're excited to work with all of you moving forward in the future. So
thanks, Jeff. We're blushing.
Yeah, great.
All right, cool. So here's what we'll do now, you guys. We're going to take a look at a bit how we've built out this integration. As Jeff said, they've got pretty much every tool that you would ever need going into the home. So we need to make sure that that's paired and built into the areas where any person using Leap in home is going to not only be able to build out all their estimates, transition all that stuff into proposals and contracts, but they also have to make sure that in that estimate section, they still have the ability to go through, provide that homeowner with estimated monthly payments as well as finance options. And then beyond that, even go as far as securing the finance, completing the docs on site. The more somebody feels a part of that process, the better, and we'll show you exactly what that looks like. So we're going to dive into a little bit more on how we've built the Leap tool, as well as the integration with EnerBank. So as we go through, biggest thing to note, especially, and I know a lot of you guys on this call already use Leap, But we do have integrations also with the CRM. So when you get a lead coming in, all of that can be passed directly into Leap. Rep's going to be able to see what that appointment looks like throughout the day. Great, I got to be at Mr. Johnson's house at 4:30 this afternoon. Cool. Move forward. First thing in the home they're typically doing is going through any of their resources. The cool thing is if your reps also need any additional materials for any of your financing options, EnerBank has a lot of those resources available. You can throw those into a folder in your own resources section so that if they have any questions about how a certain loan type works, they can also refer to that in this section. More importantly, too, you're going to have all your additional brochures, so that person's not having to carry around a small library and look like a hoarder. From there, we've got integrations with all the other tools that you could ever imagine. Eagle View, Hover, both of those do some pretty amazing things. More importantly, it doesn't matter what product you're building, whether that's exterior remodeling or whether it's, custom bathrooms, kitchens, etc. Like, there is a user of Leap for pretty much any product type that you can imagine. There's even a guy trying to sell meat out of the back of his truck with this thing. So again, when you look at it, there's so many different options out there for what products that you want to price. We're totally agnostic to it. We can work with literally any and everything. All right, moving along. All those tools can integrate measurements directly into your measure sheets. You can pull out, and this is what we were talking about with that finance calculator. So when you look at these, you can take any lending platform that you work with. In this case, you're going to be pumping in your EnerBank, your EnerBank loans. You can quote in there, hey, it's a $25,000 loan. They're going to pay down $2,500 in cash. You can see not only in red what your merchant fee is going to be, but you can also see the estimated monthly payments based on the terms of the loans that you're going to be offering. When you're ready to get that person through, bam, you've got your EnerBank direct integration here. Once I click on that, it'll take me straight to that loan application. The neat thing about this is it's not showing on this slide, but let's just say we went and visited Mr. Johnson at 4:30 p.m. Well, guess what? All of their information from your CRM or from that appointment is going to seamlessly pass over and pre-fill a good number of these fields so that when you go through, all I have to do is fill out anything in red. For those of you who are obviously business owners on this call, the reason those things are in red is they are mandatory. If you've got lazy reps and they just want to try and breeze through the application, that's the difference between approval and denial. You got to make sure that all these are accurately filled. This is a way to lock down all those important pieces so that somebody isn't skimming and cutting corners. So in here, all they got to do is fill this out. In the top right-hand corner, they click next. It'll literally take them all the way through the process until the point where you get a you've been approved or you've been denied. All right, there's a lot of really cool things that happen here. Specifically, we were talking a little bit earlier in Jeff's slides that they can get you a credit decision really, really, really quickly. All right, it does require connectivity, but that's fine. If you don't have connectivity, you'll also note on that last slide that there's a default application. All of the fields that you would be capturing for EnerBank's application will seamlessly pass into that default app. So if for some reason you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no connectivity, you can at least capture all their credit information and get the signatures required to have you run their credit directly through that default app. And then from there, you can waterfall it right into EnerBank's application. So the cool thing is you have a solution for both when you're connected and when you don't have connectivity. So if anyone's located in a rural area, like if I go to my parents' house, they live in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, guess what? You're lucky if you get a text message, let alone watch TV. So in this case, you can functionally use the integration no matter where you're at. From that, you can go all the way through and digitally sign your contract and all your other documents. All of that can be used to then go back and update your CRM. So when you're in this, you can even result the lead from the home. I can also, if you look on that final, I guess that list, the list of options on this, you see where it says commission estimate. One of the best things that you can give to reps, show them how much money they're going to make. All right, they can bounce back and forward with this even before they close the deal. and get motivated. Oh my God, if I close this deal, I get $2,000. Yay, good day. Like, so again, use these levels of transparency in these integrations so that your reps can not only sell more, but it also makes it so that you have digital updates from the field and you don't get to that Monday morning sales meeting asking your reps, hey, did you result those leads yet? Come on, man, what are you doing? You also have these summary sheets once you actually do sell the job. So when this gets passed over to your install or your production staff, it's really easy for them to say, okay, I need 10 solar attic fans. It's not, oh my God, is that a 7 or is that a 1? Big difference between the two, and they cost $75 a pop. So the other thing you also get, and this goes back to a lot more of the training and other components. So as Jeff mentioned, analytics are super important when you're tracking your loans and seeing what the activity is. When you start talking about behaviors, anytime someone's using Leap, and for those of you using Leap on this call, if you don't have your data logs turned on, you really should, because this is going to give you a minute by minute, or not even minute, it's touch by touch breakdown of how your reps are functionally using the app in the field. All right, so if they walk into a home and they go through all these things and don't close the lead, or excuse me, don't sell that job, you don't know what happened. And the only way you know what happened is if you are personally running leads or you're basically shadowing that person and you're standing 3 feet behind them, not only making them be on their best behavior, but making it weird for the homeowner. So this gives you a clear account for how they're using the app in the field. If they're not having a lot of success, you can functionally understand what they're doing differently from your other rep who is. Compare the two data logs side by side and say, oh, that's what's different. Oh, hey, let me hit up Jeff so his teams can help me sell financing better, because clearly my rep's clicking through every single one of those. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can get from these data logs. So that was an extremely high-level look at what Leap can do and what it's structured to do. For those of you on the call who already use it, by all means, if there's things that you saw that you're not functionally using, hit us up. We'd love to talk in greater depth of how you can extract best practices from the application. And for those of you who are on the call that don't use it yet, by all means, what we'd love to do is take you through a full demo of each of these. All right, so without further ado, what I also want to do is Jeff and I are on the call. We want to make sure you guys have all your questions answered. So please feel free in here. Drop any questions that you do have into that questions box. Like, again, you've got 2 subject matter experts, one for Leap and one for EnerBank. Ask away. If we can't answer it, then there's probably a requisition out there trying to hire somebody else to do our jobs, which, knock on wood, that isn't happening. Right, Jeff?
Yep, exactly.
All right, cool. So here's what we're looking for. We have a question from Mark. It says, we now use EnerBank using phone calls and their application and for their application and approval. Using this integration, will the loan code and approval code automatically be put on the contract? And I think I can answer that one. What you can do is you can have that as a template. And the way we've built the integration in there is you can actually e-sign all your loan documents directly through the app. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah, you can sign your loan documents. The funding documents you cannot sign through the app, but the loan documents will go through our normal process.
Yep. So again, when you look at this one, Mark, on your end, the integration will make it so that you don't have to necessarily tie that directly over to your Leap contract. You'll have all of those things directly approved on your in-app, I guess, your integrated application with EnerBank. If there was something that you wanted to include on your actual Leap application, you can just create a field, and it's super easy for that rep to either tag that so it does pull over, or you should be able to go back and just manually pull that. It's actually very simple to do. So Mark also has a question, is there an added cost with Leap to use the EnerBank integration? The answer is no. The cool thing is both EnerBank and Leap are fully invested in this partnership. We don't want you guys to feel the burden of that, so we've built everything and none of that gets passed down to you guys. So we do not push a cost to Leap users to have this plugged in.
Yeah, so James, I just did want to go back real quick on Mark's question. He said, will the loan code, let me see, find it again. Will the load code automatically? So he's right. You're right that there will be a template, but there will still be a field in the application where you'll have to include your loan code for this specific application, because if there's only one product that you're offering, it's okay to set up a template, but if not, you're going to have a loan code, either give it to your customer so that they can finish the application process.
Yep. And so here's what we can do, Mark, on your end. We'll personally reach out and we'll walk you through what this integration looks like. For everybody on this call, as an FYI, we're going to be going live with this thing on Monday, first thing. There's an update that we're pushing through this weekend for Leap that'll make that possible. So let's find some time. You can reach out to me directly, and what I'll do is I'll help get this thing plugged in. And you can honestly be one of our guinea pigs to walk through the process on Monday. Next, we got a question from Jerry. How do I begin using EnerBank with Leap? What I will say is that actually happens to be this next slide. If you're already if you're already using and signed up with EnerBank, like I said, Monday morning we're going to make this thing available so that you can start plugging in your merchant ID, as well as have that. Have this as something that you can put into that credit application tab in Leap. So we can work with you guys on Monday first thing to get this thing rocking. Easiest way to do that is just to chat in to our support. And if you go to our website at leap2digital.com, it's very simple for you to just chat it and say, hey, I want EnerBank. I want the EnerBank integration. Can someone help me do that? And they will walk you through the entire thing. And then it looks like we've got a couple other folks asking, when is this going to go live? Monday. Laura, you asked a quick question that said, what CRMs do you integrate? One of the things that we do is, and it looks like you had to jump off, but you'll see this in the recording and we'll reach out to you, is we have direct integrations with a number of CRMs. So we use MarketSharp, Improve It 360, Job Nimbus. We have integrations with Lead Perfection, Salesforce, and we also have an open API. So if you do have a custom built homegrown system, there are ways that we can make it work with any of those. You just have to have an open API, but we can easily take that conversation offline and work directly with you. Next. This one, Jeff, looks like it's going to be for you. This is from Georgia. Do we get to choose the loans we want to put into the system? Does the computer see the customer see the dealer fees? I can take part 2. You take part 1.
So you can choose any loan that you want to put in, and you choose the loans that you want to offer. So it's really up to the individual contractor to decide what they want to offer. You know, a lot of our customers will have special promotions and run maybe a promotion for the 12-month same as cash or the 699 5-year loan product. So it is up to you. As you join EnerBank or work with us, you'll be placed in a program that has a portfolio of products that are all available to you. But we recommend keeping it as simple as possible, only offering a few products to your customer based on the work you're doing and what your improvement types are. That's really what we recommend for you.
Cool. And then I'll take that second part of it that says, does the customer see the dealer fees? The cool thing is in the app settings for Leap, you can turn that on or you can turn that off. The rule of thumb is if there's a screen and that customer is within earshot or eyeshot, guess what? They're going to be looking at your screen. So one of the best things that you can do as a sales rep is functionally know how these are being organized, and you can turn those dealer fees off when you're going to be anywhere near a customer. If you want to see what kind of estimated payments they could get or what loans you want to be pushing for them, you can have those dealer fees turned on. But again, if there's a big red number on the screen that says, $500 to $1,000 or something like that, they're going to ask themselves the question, what's that? And why is it in red? So you can have it so that they show, or you can, as a rule of thumb, turn that off. Jessica, when's it going to be available? Monday. Let's see here. The next one, Jeff, this one's for you. It says, we currently use EnerBank, but we're unaware of the Second Look program. Can you explain how this works, and is there a separate agreement with my company?
Yeah, absolutely. So the second look is actually, it's a counter offer that we do, and our system automatically does it if you have it activated. So it is a separate contract. So what I would recommend, Robert, is if you want to take a look at it, is to call your dedicated relationship manager, and they can walk you through it. If it makes sense for you, you can definitely activate it for your account. We don't activate it automatically because the counteroffer does have different fees associated with it. So, we don't want you to be surprised by that. So, reach out to your dedicated relationship manager or call our contractor support department, and they can get you going on that.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. Next one is from Jessica. She says, currently LEAP didn't accept the EnerBank loan codes. Have you changed this? Quick answer, yes. So the way we built it out, and again, we'll show you how this functionally works when you guys integrate, or when you turn on that integration. We're going to walk every single one of our LEAP contractors directly through the process so that you can see exactly how it works. So it's very simple. There'll be a training associated with it. We're not just going to have you, blindly turn it on. And if you have any issues, we're always here to help. So again, we'll walk you through exactly how it works, but the long and the short of it is we figured out everything and made it work seamlessly. Cool. Awesome. Next, Jessica also had the question, will the loans you have input in LEAP now be in a scrollable section? And I'm not 100% what you mean by that, but there's two sections within LEAP that you're going to have. If you've already entered these into the finance calculator, they're still going to be available in that same section. That's where you effectively show what options exist when speaking with the customer. Once you get to that point and select, hey, this is the one that I know I want, there will be that sheet that you have as a reference to say this loan equals this loan code. Those will be available. Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was one of the things that we did fix. You should have that drop-down menu to select. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, actually, no. So we do not provide a drop-down menu in the application section because this is something the homeowner, no, that's okay. This is something the homeowner is going to see. And typically you're offering a certain loan because you've selected that and it works best for their project. So what you don't want is a big drop-down list, and because what they're going to say is, if they look at the list, they're going to say, of course I want a 1.99% loan, but you're offering them the 6.99% loan, which comes with different dealer fees. So we try to avoid that so that there's no surprises on your end. So you still will have to give the contractor, or excuse me, the homeowner, the loan code when they're putting the application, or you can enter it for them before you pass them over the tablet to complete the application.
Cool. Thanks for clearing that up. My bad on that. The next one's from Mike. Will you send out a webinar for training to be set up, and will this be on Monday? So we're going to do this as a one-off for everybody. So when you're ready to plug this in, what we'll do is, again, we'll work with you and with our customer success teams. They'll guide you through all the sections that you need to fill out. We have some documentation against this. And if you do need any additional support, feel free, just chat in. We're always happy to jump on a call with you and make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible. This is a really important partnership for us, and we want to make sure that you're 100% supported. So whatever you need, we'll make sure that we're available for it. Know that, Mike. Next. Okay, cool. I just saw all the other stuff. And then the next piece is the EnerBank fees change periodically. Will they be automatically updated every month? So there's two components to that. One of those, again, separating the actual integrated application with the finance calculator. The finance calculator is something that you're going to have to update. So we've made it pretty easy with the new version of LEAP, the LEAP 2.0, to go in the admin portal and functionally change any of those rates that come up. To do that, even if you're offering 20 different loan types for EnerBank, It should only take you about a minute to update all of those, the way it's currently structured. So if those fees do change, again, you'll be updating that in in the LEAP calculator, like the financing calculator. Everything else on the rate sheet, they will be shared out with you guys as same as they would with any any partner. So you'll have the access to reference those loan codes against whatever programs they are. So just as a note to self. All right. And I think that actually got us to the end of these questions. So thank you guys again for being engaged. It's always fun when you do. Was there any other last minute questions? In the meantime, I think what we're going to do is talk about next steps. If you don't already use EnerBank, the thing I want you guys to note is we want to make sure that each and every one of you have a one-off experience. So when you go to that link, http://info.enerbank. Or excuse me, I think it's supposed to say .com, but it might be a typo, /contractors. When you go to their website, again, they're going to work with you directly and understand exactly what they can offer. Each and every person's going to have a one-off experience. They're going to have, all right, let's learn about your business. Let's fully understand what we can do to help you out, what's going to be the best offerings for you. Again, these guys are white glove. So I'll turn it over to Jeff. Walk us through a little bit what that interaction looks like when bringing on a new contractor.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of how it works is, you'll come in and you'll fill out a form on that landing page. Once we receive your information, we will have a new contractor consultant reach out to you. This person will find out a little bit about your business, help understand if we're a good fit and that we can work together. And once that's done, we send you to our new business development officer. And because there is a little bit of a qualification process, we want to do that before we send you over to the new business development officer, and they'll get you the application to help sign up for one of our programs. So we have several programs within the bank. So based on your needs and where you would fit, we will align you with a certain program which has differences in products and other attributes that you can take advantage of. So we do treat every contractor or partner that comes in individually, because we want to understand your business and make sure you get put into the right program for the things that you're offering. So application process is really quite easy. You just fill out the application. There are some items that you'll need. You'll need your contractor license and other information, which our new business development officers will go over with you. Once that is all done, you have to go through a quick training with EnerBank. It's a 30-minute training. Again, you can do it on demand, or you can do it through a webinar. And then once that is completed, your account is activated and you can start offering payment options to grow your business.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. And then if anyone on this call isn't currently using LEAP and they want more information, easiest way to get this is just go to our website. It's just leaptodigital.com/EnerBank. That'll let us know that you're interested in not only LEAP, but you came from this partnership. Really helps us get an understanding of how to frame the demo when we walk you through it. We'll really focus on showing you all the nuances of the financing, et cetera, how the integration works directly with LEAP, plus we'll show you all those other really cool components. So whatever you need, feel free to go to leaptodigital.com/EnerBank. We'll also be sharing out this recording with everybody that attended. So if you did have questions or anything like that and wanted to go back and reference this, obviously we're going to have this available for everyone to access. In the meantime, if there was anyone that needed direct follow-up, we'll be reaching out with you as well. Jeff, I can't thank you guys enough. Again, we're so pumped about this partnership. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Any parting thoughts or comments?
No, we're very excited, and we're looking forward to talking to everyone on the phone. And if you're working with us, call your relationship manager. They'll have information for you. And if you're not working with us, feel free to fill out the form, and we'll start that conversation to get you signed up to offer EnerBank payment options.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Jeff. Send our best to the rest of the team at EnerBank, and we will definitely talk to you guys soon. Thanks for everyone that took time out of their Thursday. We'll definitely be in touch. Have a good one. Take care.
Thank you.